Are you still feeling stuck in your moves? Now, I led a session recently where I got into the moves and the groove, freestyle, getting in the circle, both in dance and in life. And the questions came up about the moves and grooves in people's particular lives. Moves in your life are valuable and they're important. Moves can be the moves you learn as a dancer, or they're actually your letters behind your name, your resume, your knowledge, your training. Obviously, they're important to you. You need to have that knowledge. Even your charisma is a move. But on its own, it doesn't carry that lasting weight. And if you lead your life with those things, you get stuck in these moves. And then you get pulled away from what's actually happening. So I want to share a story that I hope will give you maybe an idea of what this can feel like. I remember when I first got to LA, in my earlier days getting to LA. I mean, I was from Canada, I was pumped, I was ready to be there. And here I was now going to the clubs. Now, you have to understand, I had come from a place, a smaller town relative to LA for sure, where I had heard about the dancers. I'd been involved in the dance, but now I'm going to be in Los Angeles, right? So I settled in there, I'm going to the clubs, and at that time, the hot club was the Roxbury. The Roxbury was on Sunset Boulevard, and at the top, the third floor was the dance floor, and you knew it was gonna happen, and the people were gonna be there. So what happens, and this can relate to your life, whether you dance or not, you're getting ready to go, whether it's a conference or a dance club, whether it's a meeting with friends or a dance club, right? So as I get ready, what do? You're in your room and you get into that place where it's a great place, right? Your imagination is just flying. And you're imagining the night, you're thinking about things that might happen, you're getting inspiration for the clothes you pick out, you're getting your look, you're in the bathroom, you're checking your outfit out, you're checking your hair out, you're checking everything out about yourself, you're kind of imagining you're strutting around the house like John Travolta, you get in the kitchen, grab a few snacks, you put on some music, right? Music's on. Sometimes getting ready for the night is the best part of the night, right? Because that usually happens because you're stuck in a move. But sometimes you know that feeling like you're at home and everything's just rocking. You know it's gonna be great. You're feeling good about what you're doing, and whether you dance or not, you're kind of hitting a few steps in the kitchen, sliding through the living room. You're just feeling great. And then what do? You then get in the car. And so now you're in this drive and you're looking to kind of sort of hold on to that thing. Now part of it, like I said, is invaluable. It's important. You're thinking of what could happen. It's good. You're being excited about what can be. But when you start to lock in on what it should be, and you start to say, I'm gonna do these, I can't wait to do these moves tonight. I can't wait to show myself this certain way tonight. This is the way it's gonna go down. Then you start falling away from being present in the groove, being connected to that groove, and you start to be leading with moves in your life, right? Whether that's dance or a meeting. So then I'm in my car. I'm in my car now, I'm driving, I crank that song, and I'm feeling good, and that's good, right? But I'm starting to now think about what it's gonna be like. And now when I park the car, and I get to all the velvet rope and the lines and the guest list and all that stuff. Now I'm standing in that line, and now it's a little bit where you're kind of, you're waiting. Some of that vibe you had earlier, you're trying to hold on to that move. You're trying to hold on to that frame of reference, your thought pattern, or just things that you wanted to do. And now it's kind of like, let me in the club already. Let me into the conference already, right? I got to the club, and right, so you got up and you went to different levels, and finally got to the third floor. And it was awesome. It was awesome. It wasn't like, well, it was a big club, not massive, but like a good size club, and all the hip hop heads and freestylers and funksters were all there. And people you'd see, like legends and people that you were, especially for me from Canada, I'm like, oh man, yeah, this is awesome. Then you're starting to groove, you're starting to feel it, but what happens? That song plays, the DJ plays that one song, all of a sudden, boom, the circle forms. You can pull up to the edge of that circle, and what can happen is now you have that choice, or that thing that you practice over time, learning to stay connected to the groove and not leading with move. But when you don't, you're on that side going, okay, I'm gonna do this move, I'm gonna do that move. Okay, who's over here? Who's that? I wasn't expecting that to happen. That wasn't what I was picturing earlier. Wait a minute, I thought the songs would be different. I thought the people here would be a different vibe. I thought that maybe he would be here tonight. I thought that we were gonna have more of like a group thing, not just a circle. All these things, that's because you've fallen into a move mindset. So I want you to remember that as you go through your life, as you do things each day, moves are valuable, but moves do not hold your identity, and they do not hold the present time. When you get stuck in a move, you get pulled out of the present, and you're no longer connected. You're on the surface, and I know because I've done that, I've been there. This is not speaking from somewhere of like, I've got it all figured out. I've been many times in that place of I'm not really connected because I've been focused on the way I want to be presented, on the way I want to be shown, on what I expected, on what I thought I was going to do, and that is living from a move mindset. Moves are good, but they're not your identity. All those external factors are not who you are. You got to stay connected, and then you're there. And then it's going to be something that you don't know what it's going to be, but you're going to be there ready to be who you are. All right? Hope that helps. Keep grooving. It's not the move. Hey, oh no, this is Freedom Fighter. It's another shirt that I have on. You got to keep grooving. Get to that place of freedom in your life because you're grooving. We'll carry on further next time. Keep grooving.